We've got some great NBA basketball coming your way. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Clark Kellogg and Stan Van Gundy. Also with us, our reporter, Allie LaForce. So the Hawks will get the first possession. Now McCollum. You know, Clark, with the way the bigs play on these two teams, I would expect to see a physical game.
Yeah, I think that's a given, B.A. It's no secret both of these teams run through the front court. That's where their bread is buttered. I mean, this should be kind of a grinded-out kind of type of game. I love these kind of battles when it's played inside out.
Now here's Dosunmu. And Ball gets it to go.
He will not think twice about letting it fly if Ball gets a look that he likes.
Here's McCollum. Here's the three. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2. And just over a minute played here to start the game. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Quinn Snyder, and the conversation quickly became about Anthony Edwards. He said, quote, "We're going to make things as hard on Edwards as we can tonight." Coach acknowledged that Edwards is no stranger to double teams and that he can expect more of the same in this game. Back to you, Brian.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Now here's McDaniels. Pass to Edwards. The kick out to Ball. 4-3. That one doesn't drop. Oh, deflected. Stolen by Ball. Now here's Edwards. Pure from three-point range.
Almost sneaking out to the corner. Edwards with the three ball.
Standing at 6'4", 225. Anthony Edwards is a big physical guard, Clark.
Yeah, he's every bit of that. I actually saw him in college up close and personal. I was amazed at his build. He's like a linebacker. He's so explosive. You throw in his skill set, now you're talking an all-NBA player.
And the foul called on Dyson Daniels. That's his first foul of the game. Here's Ball. With the floater. And Okongwu with the block.
Timed it just right. Okongwu with the great block.
Daniels outside. The three. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
Defensively, if you're going to disrupt his rhythm, you have to put more pressure.
Outside Edwards. And Okongwu with the block.
The length of Okongwu making a presence, engaged on deep.
Oh, they're cooking right now.
Yeah, playing at their pace. They look really comfortable out there.
Now here's Johnson. Shot clock at 5. McDaniels with some nice D.
Hey, even guys at his skill level will miss those from time to time. But it doesn't happen often.
Yeah, attacking early. I like it.
Boy, you love to get those high percentage looks to set the table for the rest of the night.
Here's Daniels. McCollum. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. McCollum's got 5 now.
That's nice touch around the rim. McCollum makes the most of his opportunities down there.
Ball no good. The Hawks lead by 3. Right side Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Here's Edwards. That bucket makes him 3 for 5.
And this is exactly what you want Edwards to do, using his athleticism to score on tough defense inside.
Pass to Daniels. Outside Johnson. And here's Dort. Beyond the arc. Ball with the rebound. Edwards for 3. Okongwu with the rebound. And Atlanta with possession here. 3-point lead. Anthony Edwards, a potential face of the league, but deep runs are key, Clark.
You know, he's doing his part, B.A. This is where the Wolves' great front office comes in, finding those undervalued assets, players who can contribute to fortify this roster. How about the work ethic of Anthony Edwards? Not to mention that linebacker build and the sweet shooting stroke, but what he wants most is to see his team succeed. That's what you love about AE.
And the second free throw is good. 58 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Dort. Here's Daniels. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards. Now Ball. That misses. And a chance to tie it.
Well, nothing is coming easy for him in this period.
You know, one of the easiest ways to get into rhythm is to attack the basket. Get a high percentage look, and maybe you get yourself to the line. A couple of options to get yourself going that way.
Points off turnovers can become a backbreaker.
A pilfer on one end often leads to a dunk or a three at the other end.
Knocks it loose. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here.
Substitution on the court.
7 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Gay. McDaniels with a steal. Tie game in Atlanta. And the second quarter is on its way when we return.
12, Minnesota. 12.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from Atlanta?
Well, it's been SWAT City so far. Terrific defense on their part.
Yeah, you know, you have a guy in there blocking a bunch of shots or multiple players blocking shots. It causes the offense to think twice when they go up for shots in there.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, since the Trae Young trade, the Hawks have handed the keys to Jalen Johnson. He said, quote, "What we're building right now is something pretty special. It's a fun and exciting challenge, knowing that this is just another part of the evolution of me becoming more of a leader." Brian?
He is on the rise. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. 5 to shoot. Here he goes. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First team foul.
Stan's such an exciting young player. Kingston Flemings. What stands out to you about him?
Well, his toughness, along with his speed and athletic ability, it's rare to see in a player his age. But what really impressed me is what the older guys on his Houston Cougars team had to say about his leadership ability. They loved playing with this guy.
Here's Zakarski. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Aaron Wiggins.
It goes on Aaron Wiggins.
First personal foul.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Timberwolves?
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
Well, both sides are showing a lot of fight, making it hard to keep a lead.
Neither one of these teams wants to let this one get away from them. Both of them look hungry to win.
And out of bounds. Atlanta will have it. The Hawks leading. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
Look, you've got to get your feet planted before the contact occurs.
I think he got a little antsy and impatient trying to free up his guy. That's a turnover he'd like to have back.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Still without a bucket. Launches it. Rebound by Wiggins. And Wiggins has got the ball here for the Hawks. They've only given up 2 points this quarter. Here's Shannon. Outside.
DiVincenzo with the nice touch on the inside shot. Well, he really knows how to make it work at close range.
Knocks it down from distance. And it's a 4-point Minnesota lead.
That's how they like to see him operate. Big part of their attack.
Here's Flemings. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot. Stan, lots of different offensive systems in the NBA. Do you have a favorite to watch?
Well, I think the most entertaining one to watch, BA, is Steve Kerr's system with Golden State. They're one of the very few teams that relies on ball and player movement and plays off the pass more than they do off the dribble. I think that's a lot of fun. Well, that's the kind of play in a close game that can make a difference.
Yeah, they lost track of him defensively, and he went right at him.
Now here's DiVincenzo. He's got 7. Pass to Zegarski. 6 on the shot clock. DiVincenzo can't hit. The Hawks trailing. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Flemings. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Here's Shannon. No points so far. And the basket by Clark.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Here's Flemings. Pass to Alexander Walker. Takes a 3. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
Defensive mix-up for sure right there. Somehow he was left open.
Here's Zegarski. Up top, DiVincenzo. Here's Zegarski. The baseline J is on the way. Out to DiVincenzo. Clark outside. Stolen by Wiggins. Here's Gay. Wiggins outside. Pass to Alexander Walker. Over to the left wing. Here's Landale. Takes the 12-footer and hits it. And the Hawks lead by 1. Back and forth they go as the lead changes hands once again.
We're still in the first half, and there have already been 7 lead changes.
A nice shot by Zegarski.
A versatile guard, DiVincenzo is excellent at hitting his teammates in their spots.
Here's Flemings. Fires for 3. They get it back. Landale. Oh, and he can't make that one. 2 for 3 now, his first miss. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Out to the wing. Back to Lyles. Shot clock at 6. It's wide right, hits off the rim. Here's Gay. Uses the glass on the layup. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Atlanta on top, up by 1. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. The Timberwolves trail. Ball outside. Edwards for 3. Back to Dosunmu. Oh! Edwards packs it home.
Edwards just doesn't allow defenders to bottle him up. Great focus and persistence.
For 3, McCollum buries it from 3. McCollum's got 8 points. Back and forth, the lead goes in this one.
As close as it gets, really. Hard to imagine either team pulling away significantly at this point.
Goes back up. And Ball with the layup.
There are a lot of parts to Ball's game in addition to his jumper. He also can capitalize inside.
Pass to Daniels. Back to McCollum. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Outside for Dort. Takes the three. And it's Gobert with a rebound. And here's Minnesota now. Now 34 years of age. How many more seasons does Rudy Gobert have at an elite level, Clark?
You know, B.A., that's an interesting question. I think size tends to age better in most situations. I would think a couple of seasons or so, 2 to 3 at a pretty high level. And then as he gets closer to that 40, 37, 38-ish, maybe you start massaging his minutes a little bit, both in games and in practice.
And they get it back. Oh, Edwards, money on the triple.
3 points.
Edwards, a true scoring machine, and he is relentless. He's lighting it up tonight.
Outside Johnson. Dort outside. 4 on the clock. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Yeah, plenty of power behind that move from Johnson.
Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Well, you know, this is what you like about him as a facilitator. He hits his man where he can do something with the rock.
The finish! And the big dunk at the end of the break. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. And here's McCollum. He's got 8. And it's good for 2. McCollum's got 10.
Yeah, we know CJ's got a good shot, but he is at his best going to the rim.
Pass to Edwards. Back to Ball. LaMelo working inside.
Assisted by Anthony Edwards.
Hawks trail by 5. Now here's McCollum. He's got 10. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Hawks. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Anthony Edwards has shown tremendous growth as a long-distance shooter. He said, quote, anytime the ball leaves my hand, if I can see the rim, I think it's going in. I've just got so much faith in it. That's how I feel about my tray ball and really anytime I shoot the ball at all. Back to you guys.
He can knock him down. Allie, thanks very much for the report. 5 on the clock. Shoots. Will not go. Misses off the front iron.
Operating from mid-range. That's a shot he likes. I mean, I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Back to Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Just so solid when he gets an opportunity to go at the rim.
Dude's got some serious hops, that's for sure. Now here's Johnson. 8 points for him. McCollum outside. Inside. Outside for Dort. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. Left side, Edwards. The shot no good. Hawks trail by 3. Oh, they get a hand on it. And stolen by Edwards. McCollum pulls it in. Outside Johnson. .52 seconds left to play in the third. And he lays it up and in. Johnson's got 6 here in the quarter.
Yeah, Johnson is a wing who wants to go inside. He doesn't settle too often.
Shot is good by Edwards.
LaMelo
Took that orange right to the rack, and they just let him go by.
Now here's Johnson. He's got 10. McCollum outside. Can't tie it up. That one misses. Minnesota leading by 3.
Well, what I'd be thinking, hold for the last shot.
A lot of times, though, that's easier said than done. It takes patience.
Edwards with it. And a missed layup. 3/4 of play and a close one here. The T-Wolves on top, up by 3.
Minnesota 40.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Now McCollum, right wing. And here's a Conwu for 3. Ball with the rebound. Minnesota in the lead. It's tipped. Stolen by Wiggins. Pass to McCollum. To tie it up. The putback. Another shot. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
Well, you see how Conwu has built out his game at the offensive end. Great pump move.
And no luck at the stripe this time. Second one won't fall. To the middle. Here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
Anthony Edwards.
Well, I'm not sure if he was playing it safe there or just rubbing it in.
That had a message. Tacking on 2 more with authority.
Well, he might not be the biggest guy out there, but Flemings can still get the job done in tight.
Here's Edwards. Plenty of space. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Edwards got 9 points here in the second half.
Well, this man knows how to handle that rock. Looks like it's part of his body.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Personal foul.
Now one on ball.
2 foul.
Well, what I love about the future of Kingston Flemings, here's a guy who doesn't just have physical tools, he's also a tough-minded player.
Tough miss at this juncture. They're down 2 baskets right now.
Well, not really much you can do to stop him there. You want your players to go hard at the bucket like that.
Here's Flemings. And here's a Conwu for 3. McDaniels with the rebound. The Timberwolves lead by 6. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Built like a linebacker, Edwards is not your average off guard, folks.
Here's Flemings. Driving in. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, they needed a spark, and there it is.
Currently on the wrong side of the scoreboard. He understands the importance of this moment.
Back to ball. Just 5 to shoot. It's Edwards on the wing. On target from range. Edwards has got 22.
Edwards loves those long-range bombs. He's a confident shooter.
There's the drive. Fleming's no good. Oh, a sensational slam by Amp.
Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Which team stand out to you when it comes to player development, Clark?
Well, it's hard not to highlight the Spurs and Thunder, although there are a number of teams across the league that have done a great job in this space. But those 2 teams kind of stand out in part because they've had similar leadership and continuous leadership in the front office and on the coaching staff. So that's part of it. Historically, the Heat and Celtics have always managed to turn late-round picks into solid rotation players, too. So I would think those 4 teams, you'd be hard-pressed to find any other teams doing it any better than those 4.
Johnson inside. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Maybe a lapse in judgment there. Could be costly.
Boy, that was puzzling for sure. I mean, you just can't be lackadaisical when you're chasing the lead.
Here's Edwards. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Now DiVincenzo. Now Edwards. Johnson with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 11. Daniels outside. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Dosunmu.
Excellent anticipation there. I thought he might come up with it.
Anything that makes it difficult on your opponent is a good thing.
McCollum looks around. The three is off. And here are the Timberwolves. They're on a 13-5 run. Edwards. Oh, off target from downtown. From downtown. Daniels outside. He fires from 18. Oh, the shot is off. Minnesota leading by 11. Oh, got a piece of it. Takes a three. Johnson with the rebound. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. Here's Daniels. Let's loose for three. Buries it from outside.
The Aussie Daniels finding his stroke from three.
Cleared away by Dort. Time running out for the Hawks. It's Johnson with a drive. Oh, he misses the dunk.
He went for a little something extra on that dunk, but the defense was right there. Boy, that's a heck of a stop.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
I'm not sure what the logic was there for that foul. I'm not sure he even knows what he was thinking.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Sometimes you just have to throw it up to an athlete and let him do the rest. That's a great finish from Johnson.
Stolen by Daniels. Dort outside. He launches. Oh, it doesn't go. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Edwards. And he drives in.
Anthony Edwards.
Oh, touches it off the glass.
Fearless drive by Edwards, taking the ball right into the defense and finishing strong.
McCollum fires. And he gets the jumper to fall. Here's Edwards. A throwback possession. 2 points. So it's Minnesota picking up the win. Well, you can't ask for much more from your team on the road.
Well, they knew it was go time once they stepped off the bus. A very businesslike approach here tonight.
And that about wraps it up. So for Stan Van Gundy.